morning, students. In previous video we had started the lesson biodiversity and its conservation. So today we are going to continue the lesson. In this lesson today we are going to learn about some case studies and do you know topics are there in the lesson. No, that all today we are going to learn. Now the case study biodiversity again a case study. So the case study is about Ramagundam. Case study is about Ramagundam. Peddapalli district. 70 years back, 60 to 70 years back, Ramagundam had dense forest. Ramagundam had dense forest with a rich heritage of wildlife. With a rich wildlife. This forest extends to border areas of Manchiria. This forest is extended to border area of Manchiria. It was an abode for wild animals like tigers, leopard, deers, hyenas, foxes, wild boars, bears, pythons, cobras, porcupines, means mullapandi, owls, hares, monitor lizards, means udumu, next scorpions, next garamendas like the desert spider. So these are the animals which were present in that forest area. Understood? So but what happens now? What happened now? After the excretion of thermal power station of Ramagundam using coal to produce power. So here what happened? This Ramagundam thermal power station releases excretes some powders and chemicals. Okay, so that's why these damage the forest. After the excretion of thermal power station at Ramagundam using coal to produce power and other industries and human activities increased. And then many buildings, roads and stone quarries have come to existence. Forest area was cleared and so several organisms started disappearing. So several organisms also started disappearing. Though an area near Manchiria, very close to Ramagundam, was once known as Tiger Valley. Once it was known as Tiger Valley. Shows no signs of tiger now. So there is no tigers now. Animals like foxes, deers and garamandas resembles the desert spiders. Garamandas means desert spiders. Next, are also not seen these days. They are also not seen these days. We rarely see animals like pythons, cobras, deers and some kinds of scorpions and bears in the forest. Now we see only some little different types of animals now. Now there are several human settlements in the area. Some areas of less dense forests with animals like pythons, cobras, deers, scorpions, etc. are commonly seen. Bears are rarely found. Peacocks have been sighted recently. This is the case study of Ramagundam. What happened in this case study? Starting it was forest area. That's why the animals were more. But nowadays the area is developed. More buildings are built and the roads are developed. It is now industrial area. That's why the extracts are more. So that's why the forest area is almost all cleared and no animals are there now. Almost all few animals are there. Few types of animals are there. This is about the case study of Ramagundam. It is almost near attached to the border, extended to the border area of the Manchiria. Next, now one more. Do you know? Do you know? According to noted ecologist Evo Wilson, according to noted ecologist Evo Wilson, every year nearly 10,000 species or 27 species per day from becoming extinct. Extinct means what? Going to disappear throughout the world. They are disappearing. If this trend is extinction continues, if this trend of extinction is continued, the very extinction of human will be affected. That means it will affect the human beings also. Next, one more. Do you know? Is in the page number 91. India shows a good number of endemic species. Already I told you about the endemic species, extinct species, endangered species. India shows a good number of endemic species. About 62% of world's amphibians and 50% of lizards are endemic to Western Ghats of India. What are the endemic species? The species which are belongs to particular area is known as what? Endemic species. So now here about 62% of world's amphibians are in our Western Ghats and 50% of lizards are endemic species of our Western Ghats. Next one is another. Do you know? In 91 page number. So that is invasive alien species, IAS. IAS means not Indian Administrative Service. It is invasive alien species. When alien species is introduced or invades, it spreads throughout the natural habits and threatens biodiversity. Even transport of few species to new environment becomes invasive. Their negative impacts on food security, plant, animal and human health can be extensive and substantial. Example, the Spanish plant of the forest and the water hyacinth of lakes are most notorious for invasions. In cities like Hyderabad, invasions of pigeons, non-native species lead to decrease in crows. Nowadays, a city like Hyderabad lacks these natural scavengers. So here you have to know that what are the invasive alien species means. Here you have to know one thing. The native species are now disappearing and other species are here developing. Example, pigeons are occupying the space of crows. Crows are the natural scavengers. They eat everything and they clean the environment. They eat the waste materials, rotten things and everything they eat and they clean the environment. They are the natural scavengers. But nowadays the crows are disappearing and here the pigeons are occupying the space of crows. This is called as what? Invasive alien species. Example, here you can see more pigeons in Hyderabad city. So like that, here one more thing is water hyacinth. Water hyacinth also occupying the space of a Spanish flag. Spanish flag is a plant. So here that water hyacinth is occupying the space of what? Spanish flag plant. Next, one more. Do you know? Here think and discuss. So today's topic is finished. So in next video I will give you next information. So until you have to once read the list.